Hey, this is Jay, and um, this is me just talking about my weeks um, as I strive to hit my goals and my dreams and all that good shit in between. I don't know. I got inspired to do this. What I'm doing is a little video diary in a way because of um, Jada Hicks or Dochi. And yeah, I really like that she like recorded herself for like some time, and it's something that I don't really keep like an actual like diary of like my life and the goods and the bads or whatnot. And honestly, I think a video blog is actually one of the most easiest ways for me to do it. And then maybe just to post it on YouTube because I don't even use YouTube at this moment anyway. So why not do it and to specifically talk about yeah, my goals and everything that I'm trying to get done. And I mean, it's the beginning of 2025, so I guess this is a good time to start. I Week zero was technically last week, and basically like each day of the week, I'm trying to have like a different theme. So like, cause I have so many goals, I'm trying like I guess balance them out a bit and not make them so like um not be so overwhelmed by it all. So like Mondays is consulting because I want to start like doing creative consulting. um Tuesdays, well, last Tuesday was, I forgot what last Tuesday was, but Tuesday is going to be for housing, so because I'm trying to find a new flat. Wednesday is going to be for digital museum because I'm trying to build up the garden slash my website. And then, oh no, that's fitness and another day. I have to check the schedule. Thursdays is I can just check it right now. All right, just check it. I came out with this like yeah, last week, and I kind of actually like the ideas of having like a different theme for each day, and then also having this video diary and like yeah, I'm in my rope or whatnot because I mean like I'm really also trying not to be super perfect nowadays, and I think that's really what's been challenging and hurting me is a few things. One, inconsistency, but then also on top of that, I don't help myself when I put so much pressure on myself like all the time. I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I really want to start relieving the pressure and like showing myself that I can do things imperfectly. And by intentionally doing something imperfect, it might help with me doing more things imperfect and just not letting stuff like perfectionism stop me from reaching my goals. Okay, so this 12-week plan, because we're going to do things in 12 weeks. I don't know if y'all know the concept of like the 12-week year. Is essentially this book about like how maybe like structuring your goals into 12 weeks rather than like this one whole year is makes it a little bit more achievable because you have like specific things to actually measure, and based off of and by having like a week to do something, I think it's easier to kind of like wrap our brains around. That's how I get it, and that's why I'm taking it. So for each day of the week, we have like Mondays is consulting, Tuesdays is housing. Oh yeah, Wednesdays is ASA, my collective, and then also fitness. Thursdays is like the digital museum slash the garden plus ASA because we have our meetings that day. Friday is fitness plus like a flex day, so I can like use that for anything else. Saturday is like focusing on housing, running errands, and anything else I want to do. And then Sundays are meal prep, reflection, and then like recharge. Um, and yeah, I really needed to break things down because one, it's really hard for me just to have like one goal at a time, and then also too like I have a job as well, and I have like a social life, and I have all these other different things that I'm really trying to um, work out and balance, and it can be it is overwhelming, and that can be it is overwhelming and stuff. So um yeah, so now with each week I'm just going to maybe just talk about how the last week went and then what I'm looking forward to for the next week and trying to keep things under 10 minutes. So last week was week zero because it was like the start of the new year. I was getting into my routine at work and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work within the schedule. And it definitely was a good week zero. Like it was a good practice week, and it was a good week for me to kind of like just like see how things work. And I actually like the concept of having themed days because it alleviated some of this like stress or pressure that I would put on myself of like having to do, let's say, ASA, housing, and consulting all in one day and everything be the main focus, right? I might still do all those things in one day, but like having a priority and having a clear set that this is what I'm going to be doing really helps alleviate a lot of that, like, yeah, pressure and stuff. I think definitely it still was a bit of a challenge because there were some things that I kind of forgot. But I am looking forward to like having this week be what it is. Okay, this one might be longer than 10 minutes because I don't want to rush myself into finishing what I want to say. But this week is going to be about like for consulting, finalizing the rough pitch, beginning practicing delivery. Um, Housing is going to be about, I mean, housing is always housing, researching and applying for places, and organizing a tracker that actually can help, and starting the packing journey. Digital museum, we're going to be writing drafts for the home and about page, and then other responsibilities, gym Wednesday and Friday, ASA task, and meal prep and errands. Things might change because this is like something that I kind of made with ChatGPT, just so I can have like a good quick head start. Because also I found out like planning also took so much of my time, which ChatGPT kind of helps with more or less sometimes. I mean, ironically, sometimes it can take even longer time, but I'm not complaining about that. So yeah, things might just change within the next week, but I am looking forward to this. My overall mood is like pretty good, and I would say like excited. I feel pretty calm and stable. Um, there is this part of me that always ends the day feeling accomplished, but like also feeling like what a weight to relieve. And it's not like a sad feeling, and it's not some thing of a solution of just like, oh, just like accept things for. I don't know what the solution or not will be. Like it's not a bad thing to have this off feeling, but it is there because a lot of what I'm doing is just like striving to get somewhere rather than just being there. And yes, I know like I am there in the moment, but consulting, there's a goal with that. Housing, there's a goal with that. Um, and I mean, I've always been one to stress about this whole stride or whatnot, but I definitely think housing has just been the biggest, I think, not pain, but the thing that just really just something. Housing has just been exhausting to deal with all the time. I think at least ever since the summer of 2023, it's been pretty difficult. Well, actually, it's been difficult before then because my housing situation before that was also pretty challenging. But ever since 2023, I've been looking for housing and always in like a different spot. I lived with my ex for like a year, currently still in that situation. And when you it was hard for me to at any point feel like I can just sit. Whether or not that's all because of my own doing or because of external factors, that was just the case where like I rarely felt that I could just sit at the place that I was living in. And not saying that this is what impacts or conflicts with my other goals or whatnot, but I mean like when your core foundations aren't like securely met to where you're like, like I'm fine for at least a year, it makes it quite challenging. I don't think I've lived in any place for entire year since shit. I don't know the last time I've lived in one place for an entire year. I mean, like semester wise in university, but never longer than 9 months at a time, I think. So I don't really know what it's like to have like a consistent basis. So like today, after I finished doing the housing stuff, there's a part of me that kind of wants to cry, like shed a few tears, just because it's like I just want it done, and I find it quite like annoying for myself because it's like I don't just want anything, right? Because the reason why I'm in this situation where I can't find a place that I like for and live there for at least a year is because I keep going for situations that aren't not what I want. Essentially, at the end of the day, they're not what I want, and I think I've allowed myself to be like, okay, well, you know what? Let me just take this because like I should just take it. Like better to just say yes to everything. But here I am after saying yes to everything, and allowing myself to be open for all the possibilities. Here I am still trying to look for a new place. So with that, it's like I can't settle for something, but also at the same time, I'm ready to settle for something. Um, but I'm just telling myself that just for 1 year, 1 year, if I can, grind, be okay with how much time and pressure that it takes, just for just 1 year, about January 12th, 2026, I can be in a very different spot. So I just have to keep believing in myself, keep trusting this process is going to work. And that, yeah, that things are going to be okay and that we're going to make it. So, yeah, let's see how week one goes. Let's see how week one goes. Cheers. Mwah. Love ya. Bye.